Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're talking about a brand new limited collection, a limited release from Dior. This is their Couture Collection. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. So as many of you know, I now have my online beauty consulting service, which is where you get the chance to talk to me one-on-one about any beauty concerns you might have, whether you want to talk about your current makeup kit or if you want some advice navigating the world of cosmetics without that added sales pressure. The benefit of my service is I work for myself, not for any brand in particular. So to make the appointment, click the link in the description box down below. Recently, I saw and talked about this new limited edition Couture collection, and I wasn't certain how I was going to get my hands on it here in Canada, but I ordered it through Harrods, which is a UK-based retailer. Now, I did have to pay for shipping, but I did not have to pay for duties. So if you are in Canada and you would like to get your hands on these items here, I recommend Harrods because you cannot shop through the Dior website directly, and I haven't seen it on Selfridges yet. So I would recommend, like, if you want these items, if you think that these look spectacular, which they are, don't wait around. They're not going to become available at Whole Renfrew anytime soon. So I think we should go ahead and just talk about each item individually and what makes them so special. So this is the Monokula Couture, which is the fancy way of saying single eyeshadow here from Dior. And this is number 573 Nude Dress. Now, Nude Dress already exists. I believe it's a 5-shadow palette, but also in the single eyeshadow collection, it already exists. It's the packaging that's special edition here. Nude Dress is described as a luminous and delicate pink eyeshadow. It doesn't look very pink to me, but we'll go ahead and apply it in a second here. So you're probably wondering, what is this ribbon? Like, what is this little collection here? It's very small. It's just the eyeshadow and the lipstick, but what is it? Is it fall? What is it? It's not any seasonal collection, but it's inspired by the tag of a Dior item. Like, you know, when you have clothing, there's like a little tag. So it's inspired by that little ribbon of fabric. It says that the reinvented Monokula Couture eyeshadow comes with an engraving inspired by Dior's Haute Couture Atelier, so the workshops. The legendary Christian Dior label that is sewn into a Dior garment by the house's seamstresses. So if you were to buy a dress or a jacket, it would have the Christian Dior logo sewn in, and that's what those ribbons are. And it's really quite beautiful because you can actually see that the ribbons are a little bit raised. They look like they're overlapping each other, and so they look like they've been just delicately placed on the shadow here. So as far as packaging goes, 10 out of 10. I love how extra it is. And then for the lipstick, we have the same beautiful motif. This is the Rouge Dior limited edition Couture collection, and this shade here is 720 Icone or Icone, which already exists but has been rejudged or revamped for this release here, and this is a velvet finish. Also, this one here is refillable, so you can go ahead and just purchase a new lipstick to pack in here if you wanted to. I wasn't able to find just the cartridge here of this limited edition lipstick for purchase, so I guess you have to buy the whole thing. This is described as a bold rosewood shade, and it looks gorgeous. It looks like the type of color I would love for fall. And here it's the exact same inspiration. It's the ribbon sewn onto a garment from Dior, and you can really see the ribbon just overlapping the lipstick here. It is so stunning, and you can actually see this sort of velvety finish as well on the lipstick. 10 out of 10 as far as packaging. Now, this is not part of a fall release, a holiday release. It's just for fun. I really want to know, has Peter Philip taken a weekend off since he's taken over for the makeup department in Dior? Because we've seen so many releases from Dior as far as eyeshadows, lipsticks. There's always something new. Every month, it seems, there's just something new and limited edition coming out. So the special occasion for this release is because I feel like it. So what we're going to do is do an application, do a full face of Dior, and show you swatches and my thoughts. Now, I love a single eyeshadow. It's always fun and very easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this today. I'm a little bit sad to dip in because let's just take one last look at how absolutely gorgeous this is. Like, ugh, the ribbons are stunning. And when you look up close, I swear you can just see the ribbons like interlaced into each other. So pretty. So the single comes with only one little sponge tip applicator. Sometimes they come with two, but I think it's when you buy the 5 shadow palettes that it comes with two. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like dip into one corner here with the sponge and apply it. I don't really see how this could be a pink eyeshadow, but we'll see in a second how this looks. Now, I did prime my eyelids off camera like I always do. I always encourage you to do so. I find that that's the best way for me to review a product like an eyeshadow, is to prime beforehand just to make sure it lasts. So this is coming on very nicely. It feels the same sort of buttery texture as the new formulation for the eyeshadows. The new formula for their eyeshadows is amazing. It's a soft satiny finish. It isn't matte, certainly, and it also isn't too glittery. I think if you have mature eyelids, you would still enjoy this because it's a soft satin. It's not going to be a glittery disco ball. I think this type of formula is really nice for a single eyeshadow because it's going to give you some lightness and brightness to your eye. It said that this had pink in it. I don't see any pink whatsoever. I would say that this is like a nice neutral satin color. It's warmer on me, but I think perhaps it depends on your skin tone. Just taking a blending brush, this is the Refer 27. I'm just buffing this out a little bit. So I think for this eyeshadow look, I'm just gonna go into liner and mascara afterwards because that's how I enjoy wearing these single eyeshadows. It's really a sort of like one and done look. And I'm also taking just a little bit of this under the bottom lashes here, just to trace it as if it were eyeliner. Before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and add a lip balm. Yes, they have a lip balm in this lipstick case format here. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and use this DiorShow Eyeliner. It's sort of like a warm chocolatey brown. And then for the mascara, I'm also going into my DiorShow Mascara. I'm going to go ahead and do this and I'll be right back. Let's go into a bit of foundation. I'm going to go into my DiorForever Glow Foundation in the shade 2WO. I've learned that whenever there's a special edition for Dior, for example, that I really want, generally it shows up at Harrods. I'm not sure why. Like sometimes Selfridges will get it, but let's say there's like a blush or something that has the most intricate packaging, a collector's item, if you will. Usually, for some reason, it's Harrods, and it sucks that there's a shipping fee, but if you really want to get it, that's where I would recommend getting it because those items never show up at the Bay. They never show up at Holt Renfrew for some reason. So that is my tip for you. Periodically check the Harrods beauty section because they have some rare gems there. Now, I just realized I don't have a concealer from Dior, so I'm gonna have to cheat. I'm gonna go into Clé de Peau, my all-time favorite. I'm going to add a bit of powder. This is the Dior Backstage Powder No Powder in 3N. This is hands down one of the best powders on the market. I bought this at the beginning of summer, like this summer, 2021. Look at it. I love it. It's this like gel infused or gel based powder. So if you have dry skin, dehydrated skin, mature skin, you're going to love it. If you have oily skin, you might not love it as much. But it sort of blurs a little bit. It adds a bit of coverage. It mattifies very lightly. And it's just such a beautiful powder. You can also wear this on its own. So without a foundation, you can just apply the powder over your face for a very natural, light makeup look with the powder. Oh, it's so good. I just can't get over like how much I've dug into this. Like I must really love it to do this much damage to it in a few short months. And then I may as well go into some bronzer for the sake of being extra. This is my DiorForever Natural Bronze 05 Warm Bronze. Now, normally I would do the blush and then the lipstick, but I am basing this off of the lipstick this time. So I'm gonna go into this first and then choose a blush afterwards. Now, this was described as a bold rosewood, so let's see if that's correct. This lipstick is so creamy. You saw me apply this. I barely had to go over the same area. Like I didn't even go over twice, just like swipe, swipe, and then I corrected a little bit in the corners, but there is so much color payoff. This is a very intensely saturated lipstick. You do not have to build it up. You really get this intense color payoff with very minimal pressure. You could blot it on if you wanted something a bit more of a stain, but like this, wow, this is beautiful. It's a very rich, it says rosewood. To me, it's like a rosewood meets a brick red. I think this is a gorgeous fall inspired, warm, leafy colored lipstick. And the formula here is a velvet. So it's a soft satiny matte. It's a bullet lipstick, so the matte won't be as drying as a liquid lipstick, but I have to say this is a phenomenal, stunning, gorgeous color. So now I'm going into my blush, number 219 Rose Montaigne. I think this will be a good pairing here for this lipstick. Number 219 Rose Montaigne is a beautiful color because it's like a little bit peachy, a little bit warm, a little bit cool. It kind of hits both sides of the spectrum, so it's a good blush if you're not sure what to pair with. I think it looks lovely. I love this look. I love the eyeshadow, but oh my goodness, this lip color, are you kidding me? I want a nail polish in this color. That would be stunning. Let me go ahead and do some swatch comparisons for the eyeshadow because I have quite a bit of the Dior Couleur Couture eyeshadows. So I want to do some swatch comparisons with some shadows I think might be similar. Now, I believe there is a 5 shadow palette from Dior called Nude Dress, which I don't have. It's one of the very few that I don't own, but I do own Poncho and Soft Cashmere, which I think has a lot of really beautiful neutrals, which might be close to this color here. So I'm gonna swatch the center shade of Poncho here because it looks warm and satiny, which is exactly what this nude dress color looks like to me. And then I'm going to do the same here with Soft Cashmere. Again, the center shade. Nude Dress is in the center, Poncho is on the bottom, and Soft Cashmere is on top. So it looks like Soft Cashmere looks more cool, maybe a hint more of gray, and Poncho looks warmer, almost like softer. So they kind of hit the same neutral-ish receptors, but they're not exactly perfect dupes for this color here. Perhaps if I had the Nude Dress 5 shadow palette, that would be a different story, but it is nice to know that I didn't buy an exact duplicate of what I already own. Even though I have a lot of makeup, it's always nice to buy things that are different from each other. Now, as far as this lipstick is concerned, I know for certain that I don't have anything from Dior that might be close. Perhaps something from Chanel. Let me just do a quick swatch. I swatched the Chanel Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue in Intense Rosewood and then the Givenchy Sheer Velvet in number 16 Nude Boisé. They have nothing to do with each other. I just picked those two because I like those two shades for fall colors, but I don't think I have anything that actually looks like this lipstick here, which again, success for me. So what are my final thoughts? I love this little kit here. I love this mini release with the shadow and the lipstick. They are sold separately, obviously, but if you buy both, you basically get a little kit here. You have an eyeshadow and lipstick that look perfect together. So if you're struggling with figuring out what to pair or what to match together, if you buy both of these, you can wear them very beautifully together. This shadow performed exactly how I wanted it to, even though it was described as like a nude pink with a satin finish. The satin finish is correct, but on me it's more of like a slightly warm neutral, which is perfect for a one and done shadow. This lipstick, oh, you guys, what a perfect, beautiful color for fall. The texture feels very creamy. It doesn't feel drying whatsoever. In my experience, these Dior lipsticks tend to last several hours. There might be some fading in the center of the mouth with eating and drinking. It's not a tattoo by any means, but it does stay in place, and I don't find that these lipsticks run or go in smile lines or anything like that. This is a bullet lipstick, so it won't be 100% mask proof. I think the liquid lipsticks are better off for that, but if you're taking a mask off and on with this lipstick formula, you will not look like the Joker. It just maybe isn't ideal if you're going to wear a mask for like 8 hours, you know? But if you're going to run in and out of a shop to pick something up, you'll be fine wearing this lipstick here. I almost forgot. We need to finish off our look with a fragrance. This is the new version of Miss Dior for 2021. I like this new version. I don't love it. We do have some vanilla and some iris and some jasmine as well, but I was just hoping for a recreation of the one that came out in like 2008, 2009, 2010. That was my favorite version here. This one is nice. It has some peach as well. If you like Miss Dior, if you are a collector, you definitely will like this. For me, it's not my favorite version. So what else is there to say? Again, if you really love this collection here, I would strongly encourage you not to wait. I think it's really magnificent. I love the packaging. I think it's so beautiful, and I don't even think I can do it justice here with you guys. Once you get it, you will see the delicate intricacies and the beauty. If you live in the States, you have the easiest way. You can just order through the Dior website directly. Otherwise, try Harrods. I think it's worth it personally, especially just for these beautiful limited edition items. Although the lipstick color, Icone, whatever, you could definitely get it part of the permanent release. It just wouldn't have the beautiful ribbon. So it's up to you. How extra do you feel today? I often ask myself that very question. If you're new to my channel, or if you've been watching me for some time but just haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Like, comment, subscribe. Those are all great ways to encourage me here on my channel. And let me know what you think of this small, beautiful release. Did you get it? Did you skip it? Do you already own these items in the permanent release? Just sound off down below. So on that note, I think this is all I have for you guys for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.